Good evening everyone, happy Tuesday. I hope you are all well and surviving the school holidays for you mummies and daddies out there. So as always, if you are logging in live and watching live, just say hey, just so I can see, because when it says how many people are logging in, it then disappears, so I can't even see who is watching. And unless you comment, I can't see who you are till the end. But if you do comment or do say hey, I will obviously catch up with you at the end, so don't worry. And that is the same for Facebook and Instagram. So I, as always, have a plan of what I'm going to talk about, and then something just directs me a different way and I get a vibe to speak about something different. So very quickly, I've just been like writing some notes down about what I was going to talk about tonight, because I've completely changed my mind on the back of one person who has just messaged me. And I won't say who it is, they'll know who they are when they watch. Because I've just put a post on Facebook a couple of hours ago? I don't even know. I've lost all track of time today. And it was a selfie of me and Skylar on Tuesday. We have a busy day, you know, we have our day together, we go swimming, we have lunch, and everyone's laughing now and commenting, because if you know Skylar, you know she loves a macaroni cheese at the swimming. She's had it since, well, she's been swimming since she was 8 weeks old, and when did she start eating macaroni? Was she been about 6 months, 7 months old? I don't know, I can't even remember. And they've stopped selling it today. So it's like the shock horror drama today. So we've had that today, but that's me going off on a tangent. You know, so we have our day together, and I just posted then, I'm now working, I'd bathed her, sorted her out, and I went to work. I sit in my office and work, and she wanted to come and sit with mummy, and I was like, you're not bored of mummy yet today? Daddy's home now. No, and she was sat here, and then a joke saying she might be on the live. Obviously she's not on the live, she has settled down and gone to bed. But somebody messaged me maybe about 20 minutes ago and said, it's so hard what you do, I don't know how you do it. And it really made me think, because yes, it is hard. You know, the business that I do and how I do it around Skylar is hard. But the person that messaged me actually works a very demanding job, full-time, around her family. And I thought, well, what you do is hard. Like ridiculously hard. And you should be super proud of what you do. And that was like my reply to her. So it made me think, like, I'm going to change my outlook of what I was going to say this evening. I was thinking, like, hence the title, Choose Your Hard. Because when people say to me all the time, you know, it must be hard what you do. I see you juggle around Skylar, I see you juggle around, you know, work life and Alex working and everything else. And you know what, it is because I do work early morning. So this morning, as an example, I get up early anyway. I was up early, Skylar had a little sneaky lie in, and I just did some work. I came in my office, I did some work till she woke up. You know, and that suits me. I'm now working, it's 8:30. I'm working now. I'll be working quite late this evening. That's my choice. I'm choosing to do that. You know, but pointing out that throughout the day today, I have had the day with Skylar, so this is my choice. You know, I am on my phone. I'd like to say a lot more than the average person, but you know, I was at the park the other day and I actually didn't have my phone. I had my phone in my pocket, and I looked around and pretty much 95% of the other mums and dads were on the phone, and I thought, I don't know if many of them will be building a business like I do on my phone, or they were going to be playing Candy Crush, who knows. But I'd like to say I'm on my phone a little bit more. I work a little bit earlier, I work a little bit later. I'll be honest, I don't ever switch off. And that's me being honest. You know, in some professions you don't switch off. But when I think about my previous job, which I'll refer to, I never switched off on that unless I booked a holiday, you know, and actually left the country, got on a plane and went on holiday, and I would switch off then, but then very quickly switch back on the way home, knowing what I was going back to. So when I think about what my job was before, you know, when I was running a gym, I was personal training, I was teaching classes, I was working long hours, unsociable hours, I was in a very demanding role, I had a lot of responsibility, I was pretty much married to the job. I absolutely loved what I did, don't get me wrong. I can say I didn't really have any control because I wasn't my own boss. So there was never an end of a to-do list. There was never any grace. There was never any, you know, downtime. It was just constant. That was hard work, you know. And what I do now is hard work. But the difference is, I suppose, I've got a little bit more control over what I do now. I wouldn't say I work any less hours. I probably, you know, I don't work 70 hours a week, granted. But, you know, responsibility-wise and working early, late, you know, I would say it's probably quite a fair balance. Both jobs required a skill set. Both jobs required quite a strong mindset. More so in my job that I do now. I had to train in my previous job. I had to get qualifications. I had to work my way up. And with the job that I do now, I've obviously worked my way up in positioning, but not actually had to qualify for anything, if you like. It's just come with a strong skill set, mindset, and developing myself as a person. I've definitely got out of my comfort zone. How long have I been doing my business? 7.5 years now I've been doing my business. I wouldn't have gone live on Facebook. I was dead unsociable on Facebook. I had a super private profile, and so it just made me think, like, choose your hard, because what I do isn't perfect. The business that I do isn't perfect, but it's perfect for me. And I think you have to think about that when it comes to your own jobs, your own life, your own responsibilities, because there won't be many people that say that they don't work hard. Everyone will say that they work hard, and the difference is, like, are you choosing your hard? Are you happy with what you were doing? Because I was working ridiculously hard in my other job prior to doing this, and I loved what I did, and I was happy doing what I did. And then circumstances change, like they always do, and that then evolved to me doing what I'm doing now. And everything, I truly believe everything happens for a reason. So I think you've got to take from this live tonight, like, what are you prepared to sacrifice? What are you prepared to do? What is it you want to achieve? And if you're prepared to work hard, which I'd say probably pretty much everybody that logs in this evening, whether it be you've got your own business, whether it be something that you want to start, a venture, whether it be a hobby. I say choose your own hard as if it's like it has to be a job role, but I'll use running as an example. People say to me, like, I don't know how you do running, it's far too hard to run. Well, why is it? I haven't always been a runner, and I say runner like I'm no athlete, I'm no elite runner, I'm just somebody that enjoys running. And I, at one point, what would it have been, 10 years ago, couldn't run at all. Like, I could barely jog. So you choose your hard. The hard with me is the training, the discipline that I have to put myself under when I'm training, especially marathon training now. I choose that. So, for people that maybe have like a training issue or a weight management issue, choose your hard. Do you want to train, or do you want to continue stuck in that rut of feeling rubbish? Choose your hard. Decide what's going to work better for you. And I also think as well, it's the person who messaged me just really triggered this live, so it is a little bit ad hoc, and I did scribble some notes down, but I think sometimes it just comes better without planning. That I always say, if it doesn't make you happy, if it's not making you happy, just change it. And don't look at other people, because what happens is we get so overwhelmed. And I'll be the first to say, like, sometimes with what I do, it can be chaos. I'm trying to run a business. I'm trying to be a mum, be a wife, keep the wheel on with life, get the washing on, keep the house tidy. I'm really good at tidying around things as well. And then every so often I like a deep clean. So, that works for me. And I can have a meltdown. I'm human. I'll have a meltdown when Skylar's having a bad day, and you'll see I'll post it on here. Or when Alex walks through the door, I'm like, I'm done, I'm going upstairs, I'm working, and Skylar's done this and you've done this, and that's normal, that's human. But what happens is people don't post that on social media. And I don't post, I don't go out my way to post things like that and not post things like that. But I just think I like to try to be upbeat, and I do post the real life stuff, but nobody ever posts. And my husband's just walked in, and my wife's just walked in, and I've had a real crappy day, and my little one's been running about, especially if it's summer holidays now. There's probably a few parents nodding like, that is me, I'm pulling my hair out. But what happens is, they'll post, like a selfie, and it might be like, just post a picture of me and Skylar. I mean, to be fair, I've not had a day like that today, so I can't compare to that. But, it might be like, have the picture and smile and pop it on the social media. And then what happens is those that have had a stressful day, or have had a rough day, or are just not having a great time of it, just scroll social media. They get stuck in the scroll hole of this perfect, everybody's had a perfect day, everybody's had a cracking day, look, everybody's had a lovely time, family life, and we get stuck with comparing ourselves to others. And it's not normal, and it's like the trailer to a movie, isn't it? So if you're watching like a trailer sorry, let me just back down. If you're watching a trailer to a movie, they only show you a snippet, don't they? So it's like when, I don't know, like when you go to, I've not been to the pictures for years, like cinema pictures, whatever you want to call it, and they catch you, won't they? They just catch you with a 30, 45 second trailer. You're like, I must go and see that movie. It looks awesome. And then you go and watch it and you're like, well, that was crap. And you forget about the trailer, and then I think back, was that trailer even in that movie? And you know what? It's because they only show a tiny percentage of the good stuff. So, you know, try not to get so sidetracked with social media, especially in the summer holidays now as well. Especially if you're on like certain platforms where there are lots of influencers on there, lots of people that just look perfect, have this perfect lifestyle because they're only showing the good bits. You know, they're tailoring it for social media. So apart from that, you know, if you are working hard and you are trying to survive the school holidays, and you know, you may be looking at a career change, or you're looking at changing something you're doing with your lifestyle or your hobbies or your diet or family life or whatever it may be, it will be hard. Of course it will. Just choose your hard. Nothing in, you know, I would say nothing in life really comes for free or easy. And there's no perfect scenario. And I said this a couple of weeks ago and someone said there is, you could win the lottery. I'm like, is it the perfect scenario? Possibly short term or for a small percentage of people. But I've seen millionaires have it all and lose it all. You know, I've seen people win the lottery, make very bad decisions, bad mistakes, and are back to square one. So I genuinely don't think there's any perfect situation out there, but just choose your hard and don't think that nobody else is struggling or working hard like you, because we've all got, you know, everybody's working hard. What's May's put? How my 3 boys are still breathing is a miracle. And that is it, Maisie, you know, but, you know, you wouldn't put that on your social media, would you? And that's the thing. And then you would probably be scrolling social media, think everybody's had a fab day, and like, why has everyone had a fab day and I'm having such a tough day, when deep down they've been probably like to the kids, smile for the picture because I want to put it on Facebook or Instagram because we've come to the farm today, you know. So just choose your hard, be kinder to yourself, focus on what it is that you want to do. And I know it was a little bit of an ad hoc live, but the person who messaged me really made me think, because in my opinion I thought, your job's harder than my job. But she's saying my job's harder than hers. So it just shows, doesn't it, that people are always thinking, always comparing. And that's not what it's about. Yesterday I locked myself in the bathroom for a good 10 minutes. I needed space. And you know what? That would have made an awesome post. If you'd have took a selfie in that bathroom yesterday and posted it on social media, there'd have probably been 100 mums and dads that had been like, I'm there with you. You probably could have set a trend of selfies, locked yourself in the loo. So, you know, that did make me laugh, that. So yeah, so don't be sidetracked by that. So hopefully that's just sort of give you a little bit of a, I don't know if food for thought's the right way to think about it, but yeah, just choose your hard. If you're not happy, change it, and don't compare yourself to others. Just stay focused, stay in your own lane, be kinder to yourself, set your own goals. And if you prepare, and I will work hard, I will work as hard as I physically and possibly can for my family, and that is my choice, but I'm happy doing it. So if that is you and you're happy, keep going, keep focused. If you're not happy, change it. So happy Tuesday, everybody. As always, I'll try and catch up with comments or if anybody else got anything. And even if you just want to have a little message to rant and be like, thanks for that, or, you know, let me just tell you about this, or whatever it may be, feel free to inbox me, drop me a message. My message is always open for anybody that just wants a little chat or feeling a bit overwhelmed or just basically wants to have a little chat. So hope you have a fab week, and I will speak to you all soon.